right, here we finally are. I just got to tighten these wires down and then pop 3 positives on and we're good to go. So what we have here is series and parallel. Now you see these connections. When you're setting your batteries up, you're going to want to make sure you have all the positives on one side, all the negatives on one side, because then what's going to happen is when you're wiring it, you're going to go positive to negative, positive to negative. Now what this does is again, I've got a 48 volt inverter, so as I'm putting these together, these batteries are each 6 volts, as all these big sons of bitches are. But they've got a giant, as you can see, 6 volts, giant amp hour rating here. Got 420 amp hours, which is real nice. So in order to get that up to 48 volts, what's going on is we're jumping this to this, so now this becomes one battery at 12 volts. I had to tie 8 of these together, and that makes 48. 6 times 8 is 48. So with all these tied together, this is basically one big battery. Now then you also got a parallel. So in order to bring up these amp hours, we turn around and we're going to parallel on another set of batteries. So now this battery has so many amp hours, this battery has so many, and this battery has so many. So the big deal with that is these wires right here, these big buggers, those need to be exactly the same length. If they aren't, whichever one's shortest, you're going to draw off that one first, and you're not going to have a nice even system. That's why all these wires look real professional and real nice. They're all exactly the same length, so the charge carries exactly the same across all of them. And then the ones going there are exactly the same length, so it evenly distributes and you don't have lag behind. So now all we have to do is crank this down, button up the system. See, we got it all nice and cleaned out now. Looking real good. Button up the system and hook it up to the generator. Also, thing I gotta go do outside is you can see this bare copper wire. That's gonna go out to a ground rod. We're gonna hook that up in there. We'll go out and drive a ground rod out next to the creek where it's gonna have nice moisture around it. You're gonna get a lot of it's gonna conduct real easily. And then hook up to the generator on this line outside, and then we're good to light this thing up.